Right. Okay, students. Now the recording is going on, right? Okay. So we learned from the beginning how to install Python and Python. You can go to python.org and you can download the latest version of the Python programming language. By the time we were downloading, 3.114 was the version that we had. And we have downloaded that and we have installed it and now we are working on it. Now, here, I think around 43 students have joined in. Out of that, -2, that is 41. Like, so now, can you raise your hands if you have installed Python in your computer? We'll take 1 or 2 minutes, then we're going to continue the class. Python install பண்ணினவங்க கொஞ்சம் கையை தூக்குங்க பாப்போம். Python install කරපු ළමයි පොඩ්ඩක් අත උස්සන්න බලා ගන්න, මට බලා ගන්න කී දෙනෙක් කරලා තියෙනවද බලන්න. Then ඒක install කරලා program එකක් ටිකක් කරපලා තියෙනවා කියලා මම හිතනවා. ඔන්න 2 program செஞ்சு பார்த்தவங்க கையை தூக்குங்க install பண்ணினவங்க, right? Okay, පස් දෙනයි ඉන්නේ නේද? For only 5 or 4 people only have installed and we have tried. Okay, but you know, you are doing a programming lesson. It is very crucial, very essential for you to practice the things that you do in the class, and then you are becoming very familiar with that and you will better understand. Otherwise, if you just listen to like a story and then you will forget the things. If you try doing things, then you will remember both. And if you couldn't do it last class, please install after my today's class and please practice the projects which you're going to start from today. So today onwards, you will be doing programs, so we can do that part, right? Last class, I only taught you how to create a Python program and just to output something, I guess. I think that's all I did last session. So we will do the remaining part today. Okay. Right, students, now you have two options to create Python programs. Either you can use IDLE, which comes with the Python software itself when installed. Then you can use the Visual Studio Code, which is much convenient and easy for us to work. Okay, right, last class in the Baruna Kilakina Dalatino, command na the install Karagana Karanda take the way the done. Hurry. So install Karaganda, Karanda, right? So then the Karagana. Right, the other people who haven't installed it, please you can install and then you can do them, right? Okay, you can lower your hands. Okay, right, fine. We will start now doing the last class. What I did was, now when you want to create a Python program, you will be inside the Visual Studio Code software. You can create your programs. You can go to file menu, then you can choose open folder and you can browse to a folder. Inside that you can start working. Now we have already done that one, so we don't need that, right? So we have done that already. There are things called demos. We can do that inside that, or we can do it inside this one, right? So inside the Python test project itself, I'm going to do it, right? So Python was Python VS Code then select interpreter key. Select interpreter මට ස්ක්‍රීන්ෂොට් එකක් දාන්න බලන්න මොකක්ද දාගන්න බලන්න උමේෂ් කියලා දරුවෙක් අහලා තිනවා ස්ක්‍රීන්ෂොට් එක මේ chat pin එකේ දාන්න පොඩ්ඩක් බලමු මොකක්ද දාන්නේ කියලා බලන්න මට right okay මම කරගෙන යන්නම් ඉස්සරහට මම ඩවුට් එක ක්ලියර් කරන්නම් දැන් ඕගොල්ලන් කරන්න එපා මම කරද්දි මාත් එක්ක කරන්න එපා people don't try doing it along with me now please try concentrating and try to understand I am planning to teach you two things today one is about variables and one is about strings අපි බලමු කොච්චර දුරට අධිවර කරන්න පුළුවන්ද මේ කොටස් දෙක කියලා මම ඒක දෙක තමයි plan කරලා තියෙන අද ඔයගොල්ලන්ට උගන්වන්න අපි එතකොට lesson එක වේගෙන් කරගෙන යන්න ඕන මම මේක සිංහලෙන් කියලා දෙමළෙන් කියන්නම් වේගෙන් කරගන්න යන්න අවශ්‍යතාවයක් තියෙනවා ඒ හින්දා මම ටට්ටක් ගාලා කරගෙන යනවා right okay நான் வேகமா செஞ்சு கொண்டு போவேன் உங்களுக்கு படிப்பிக்க வேண்டியது ළමයි අහනවා ෆෝන් එකේ කරන්න බැරිද කියලා ෆෝන් එකේ එළදා அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ස්ක්‍රීන්ෂොට් එක දාලා දෙන පොඩ්ඩක් බලමු අපි select interpreter ඕක ක්ලික් කරාම මොකක්ද දෙන්නේ මේ ඒක ඕක දැනට මොකුත් කරන්න එපා ඕක ඔහොම මොකුත් කරන්න නැතුව project එක කරගෙන යන්න වැඩ කරනවද බලමුකෝ. මොකද install කරාන් පස්සේ command prompt එකට ඒක auto configure වෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි command prompt එකෙන් run කරලා බලමු වැඩ කරනවද කියලා. හරි? වැඩ කරේ නැත්නම් මේක click කරාම මොකක්ද එන්නේ? select interpreter click කරාම එනවද මොනවද? right. අපි කරගෙන යමු. right. okay මම අද පටන් ගන්නවා lesson එක. so ஃபோன்ல செய்யறது கஷ்டமாயிக்கும். பைத்தன் ஆன்லைன் கோட் பண்ற ஏதாவது ஒன்று தேடிக்கணும் நீங்க. ரைட்? அது நான் சொல்றேன் கொஞ்சம் முன்னுக்கு போயிட்டு சொல்றேன். இப்ப பாடத்தை கவனிச்சுக்கொள்ளுங்க. ரைட். අපි කරගෙන යමු. ரைட். so බලන්න. ரைட். so we'll see. I'm going to create a new program. Right. so මම දානවා අපි demo 4 underscore was කියලා දානවා. was කියන්නේ variables වල තමයි කියන්නේ. dot එකක් තියෙනවා. I'm keeping a dot. අපි dot ஒன்னு வெச்சிட்டு py அப்படினு டைப் பண்ணனும். py I have to type. Right. So you can see that is how I have got my program created now. Now inside this one we can type the Python code. Right. I will just open the previous programs and see what I have already done. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. We have done nothing. We have only learned how to output something on the screen. Then we have learned how to write comments. So every project that we are doing, we can write a comment. So I will just use a comment like this. Variable. So if I share my source code, this file with you, you will have the notes also with the project file itself, right? So, okay. Actually, if you want to know what is the variable, okay. Variable, I will explain this. Variable is a memory location. Okay, it's a memory location used to store a value. Okay, the value stored can be changed during the exit. Okay, now so you can have this one later, right? So these are single line comments I have typed. So this is just for our reference. We can read and understand. It is nothing to do with the computer, right? So I just typed what is a variable, right? I'll explain it to you what it is. We are all going to do a small exercise, okay, right? So now, you know, I will quickly do this one for you to understand all of you, right? Okay, we will do a small exercise, a memory test also. Let's say who is having a good memory power, right? So if you take the computer's memory, everything runs inside the computer's memory. That means a computer program is nothing but a set of instructions. It's a set of instructions, right? So, and all the other parts of your computer program also belongs or also resides or it stays or it is there inside the computer's memory, right? Like this. So I will explain you what are these kind of things. So inside these, we are capable of storing values if you want, right? Okay, let's take a simple example. Now, if you take a human being, okay, let's say there's a human being, right? Okay, so so if this is right, so there's a person here. Okay, so you know, we inside our head we have a brain, right? So we got a brain. Now what happens is let's take a small task, right? Now this is you. This is right. So this is you, and this is, I'll tell you who this person is, and he is having a shop. This person is having a shop. So shop is open. This is Mudalali, right? So this is Mudalali. This is you. That is you. This is the Mudalali. Okay. Right. Now, your mama asks you to bring something from the shop. Your mom is asking you to bring something from the shop. Okay, right. Now this is now 6:45 p.m. now. Your mom is asking you to bring, okay? Listen to me properly, huh? Listen to me properly, right? Your mama is asking you to bring from the shop sugar. Okay, she's asking you to bring sugar, 2 kilos of sugar. Okay, so sugar 2 kilos you need to bring, right? Then she's asking you to bring 1 kilo of rice. Okay, 1 kilo of rice. I'm not writing anything. Please remember 2 kilos of sugar, 1 kilo of rice, right? Okay, fine. Now from your home to the shop, it's about 500 meters. All this information I'm just giving you, right? Okay, so you're walking, and you're going to the shop. And once you reach the shop, Mudalali asks, puta komada mukad doni kila. So the Mudalali is asking, what do you want? Then, so when you reach here, it is time 6:47. Time is 6:47. You reach there. Okay, reach the shop. Now the Mudalali is asking, what do you want, puta? Right? So if you can remember that, what your mom asked to bring, if you can remember what your mama asked you to bring, then you can tell the Mudalali, so he can give you the goods, you can take them back. So by the time your mom told you, the time was 6:45. What you did, you temporarily stored that in your brain, or you stored that in your memory temporarily. You just got it stored there in the memory. So throughout your walking from your home to the shop, you were keeping that in your temporary memory in your head. And when you reach the shop, you told the screen එක පේන්නේ නැද්ද ළමයි? Screen එක පේනවද? உங்களுக்கு screen விளங்குதா எல்லாருக்கும்? Someone saying screen cannot be seen. Screen එක පේනව නේද? චුට්ටක් මගේ screen එක double tap කරගන්න pin කරගන්න මගේ screen එක. එතකොට හරි. Okay, right. Okay, අපි continue කරමු. We'll continue. So what I'm trying to do next, sorry, what I'm telling now is, so temporarily you are remembering that 1 kilo of rice, 2 kilos of sugar. See, I was explaining you these things, but I'm still remembering those things. Okay. Now, if I ask you the questions, right? If I ask you the questions, you try to type the answer in the chat window. Okay. I'm hoping you are ready. Okay. What are the 2 items mom asked to bring? What are the 2 items? Quickly. You can switch on the mic and tell, or you can type it in the screen quickly. What are the 2 things mom asked to bring?
Rice and sugar.
2 kilos sugar, 1 kilo
Okay.
rice.
Very good. Right. So nice. Fine. Let others also answer. Okay. Most of you answering. Very good. Most of you answering 1 kilogram rice and 2 kilogram sugar. All of you are remembering that. Okay. Nice. Now, where are you? By the time I asked you the question, you are keeping that in your memory, so you can answer the questions, right? Yes. Very good. Just like that, in the computer's memory, in order to perform calculations and in order to do work, the computer also need to remember things in its memory. Computer also has its memory. Computer's memory is divided into 2 parts. One is called the ROM and the other part is called the RAM, random access memory. Actually, that is the part which we deal with the computer, which means that is the memory that is available for the user, which is you. So inside the computer's memory, what happens is the computer allocates space for your variables, or these are memory locations. Let's say the computer wants to remember something like how much of sugar and how much of rice you want. Let's say these are 2 variables, right? So the computer will remember here, okay, here I want sugar, we need 2 kilograms, and rice, we need 1 kilograms. The unit is different, but this is 2 kilos, this 1 kilo, right? Fine. So likewise, this can be doing, right? Okay. Now listen to the scenario again. Okay, right? Again, scenario. While you're going to the shop, right now, by the time you are reaching the shop, it is 6:47, right? 6:47. But remember, when you went out from your home 6:46 p.m. your mom is calling you over the phone and she's saying, Puta, rice 1 kilo neve, rice kilo pahak arang. So she's saying, Puta, bring not 1 kilo of rice, you should bring 5 kilos of rice. හරිද? එතකොට ඔයා කලින් මතක තියාගෙන ඉන්නවා දැන්. ඔයා මතක තියාගෙන ඉන්නවා මහාල කියන්නේ රයිස් ගේන්න ඕනේ 1 කිලෝ එකයි ගේන්න ඕනේ කියලා මතක තියාගෙන හිටපු එක ඔයා ඕවර්රයිට් කරගන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒක අප්ඩේට් කරගන්නවා. නැත්නම් ඒ 1 කියලා ඔයා හිතාගෙන හිටපු තැන රීප්ලේස් කරගන්නවා, අප්ඩේට් කරගන්නවා to 5 kilo, right? So the place where you were remembering it as 1 kilo, you are now you are replacing or getting it updated as 5 kilos. So it was 1, now we're going to remember it as 5. ඕගොල්ලෝ ළමයිට උදාහරණ සරල විදිහට මේක තේරුම් ගන්න ඕන හින්දා තමයි මම මේක මෙම ඉතාමත් සිம்பிள் எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் අරගෙන කියලා දෙන්නේ. இந்த பிள்ளைகள் உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஈஸியா அது விளங்கணும்னால தான் இந்த மாதிரி கடைக்கு நாங்க சாமான் வாங்க போறோம். ஒரு லிஸ்ட்ல அதாவது அம்மா சொல்றாங்க என்னென்ன சாமான் வாங்கிட்டு வரணும்னு சொல்லி முதல்ல 2 கிலோ சீனியும் 1 கிலோ அரிசியும் கொண்டு வர சொன்ன அம்மா நீங்க போயிட்டு இருக்கிற நேரம் சொல்றாங்க கால் பண்ணி அரிசி வந்து 5 கிலோ எடுத்துட்டு வாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. அப்ப நீங்க போற நேரத்துல என்ன செய்வீங்க? 1 கிலோ அப்படின்னு நீங்க நினைவு வச்சுட்டு போனதை வந்து அப்டேட் பண்ணி கொள்வீங்க. 5 கிலோ அரிசி கொண்டு வர வேணும் அப்படின்றத. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு விஷயத்தை நாங்க கம்ப்யூட்டிங்ல செய்யற நேரம் அதுக்கு நாங்க வேரியபிள்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். அந்த வேரியபிள்ஸுக்கு கீழே இந்த வேல்யூஸை வச்சுக்கொள்ற வேல்யூவை வந்து கம்ப்யூட்டர் ப்ரோக்ராம் வேலை செய்யற நேரம் எங்களுக்கு வேண்டிய மாதிரி இதை மாற்றி கொள்ளலாம். நான் இதை இப்போ கம்ப்யூட்டர்ல செய்து காட்டுவேன். අපිට වැලියු එකක් කම්පියුටර් එක තුළ රිමෙම්බර් කරගන්න පුළුවන්, ස්ටෝර් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. මේම ස්ටෝර් කරලා තියාගෙන ඉන්න වැලියුස් අපි කරන්නේ ඒවා අපිට අවශ්‍ය නම් අප්ඩේට් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් මේක මම ඔයාලට කම්පියුටර් එකෙන් කරලා පෙන්නනවා. ඒක විතරක් නෙවෙයි. දැන් variables එක්ක අපි Python වලින් කොහොමද variables හදන්නේ? මොනවාද valid variable names, මොනවාද invalid variable names? මේ හැම කරන්න පුළුවන්ද, බැරිද, ඇයි බැරි? අපි ඒවා කතා කරමු. பைத்தன்ல எப்படி வேரியபிள்ஸ் கிரியேட் பண்றது, என்னென்ன வேலிடான வேரியபிள் நேம்ஸ் இருக்குது, எப்படி செஞ்சு அது பிழையாகும், ஏன் அது பிழை அப்படின்றதெல்லாம் நாங்க இப்ப பார்க்க போறோம். ரைட்? ஓகே, நவ லெட்ஸ் கோ டு த another Python program. Right? Okay, now this is the notes I already have given you. Now let's take the program here. Right? Okay, we'll take something very simple now and we'll try to understand. So when you want to create a variable, right, we need to understand something like the naming conventions. Naming conventions. Convention means it is something. Okay, naming convention means it is something, a good practice that our senior programmers or our previous people were practicing. අපි අර ඉස්සර කාලේ ඉඳලා ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරගෙන එන හොඳ ගති ගුණ අපි අතාරින්නේ නැහනේ. අන්න ඒ වගේ තමයි මේවා තියෙන ඒ කියන්නේ ட்ரெடிஷன்ஸ் අපි ஃபாலோ කරනවා. හොඳ දේවල් අපි ஃபாலோ කරනවා. ரைட்? ඒවට අපි கோடிங் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸ் කියලා පස්සේ ඉගෙන ගමු. அதாவது முந்தைய காலத்துல இருந்து அதாவது ப்ரோக்ராமிங்ல வந்து சில எத்திக்ஸ் நாங்க ஃபாலோ பண்ணி வருவோம். நல்ல விஷயங்கள் ஃபாலோ பண்ணி வரோம். அதுல ஒன்று தான் இந்த கோடிங் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்றது. அதுல ஒரு விஷயம் தான் வேரியபிள்ஸ்க்கு எப்படி பேர் கொடுக்குற அப்படின்றது. அதான் நாங்க பார்க்க போறோம். ரைட்? ஓகே, அப்ப இத බලමු. ரைட்? we'll see how to do it. Okay, I'm sure that when I'm switching between Tamil and Sinhala, it's not a difficult thing for you to understand. The only problem will be if you understand Sinhala and Tamil, then the same thing it will be repeated for you. The only that is there. Okay, so if you are only understanding one language, no problem. But okay, it's good. Okay, so every variable you should understand it's case sensitive. Okay, variables are case sensitive. The necessary notes I will type it like this for you. Right? So I'll say case sensitive. So what is case sensitive? Let's see what it is. Right, let's create a variable. I'm going to create a variable. Let's say I want to store my name, so I type name, right, equal sign name. I will keep a space, then I will type equal sign, then I will type a value. Okay, so inside this one, no one's name will be like 50 or 10, right? Yes, no, names will not be like that. Your name will be something like this, right? So inside single quotations or double quotations, you can store a value, right? Our second lesson will be strings. I will teach you about strings separately, right? Okay, right. I'm going to store, let's say this person's name is John, right? So name is assigned the value John, right? Here, I'm not teaching the naming conventions. I'm teaching you case sensitivity only, right? Next line, I'm typing a print command. Okay, let's say print within parentheses, I type name and I'm going to run the program, okay? So it is inside Python tests. Sorry. Demo was Py, okay. Python space demo was dot py. Okay, I'm going to press the enter key and see. Okay, that's interesting.
So it's demo 4.
Oh, okay, Buddha. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's demo 4. I made a mistake. Thank you. Demo 4. Right now you can see output is coming as John. Okay, it's, output is coming as John. Now, because it is case sensitive, now let's define this variable as name here. Okay, so there is no error in this line, but you can see there is an underline coming here. Name is not defined. Okay, name is not defined, right? So because we are doing these kind of things inside VS Code software, we are getting these pointers and these error messages like that. So that's the reason I'm doing this in with VS Code, right? Okay. Now, for your understanding purpose, let me run the project or run the file and show you. So if I run this one, you can see it results in a error. So let's read this error a little bit and see. It says trace back most relevant call last, right? With most recent call last. So this is the file which had the error. In that file, line number 10, we are having an error. Okay, so we are trying to print something and at this place we are getting a problem and it says name error. It says name error. So we'll see what it is. Name is not defined. Did you mean name? So it's a pointer or a suggestion also given. So which means inside single quotes it's giving name. So where there is a like මේකද කරන්න try කරේ කියලා අහනවා. මෙහෙම ඔයා print කරන්න උත්සාහ කරාද කියලා දෙනවා. මෙහෙම දුන්නොත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. මේක value එකක්. This is just a value. මේක variable එක නමක් නෙවෙයි. Variable එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ memory location එකක්. අපි location එකේ නම තමයි දැන් දුන්නේ. දැන් එතකොට name කියන්නේ memory location එක. අපි the name is a memory location like this name. Okay. Type කරන්න එපා mouse එක. Right. අන්න බලන්න දැන් මේක ඇතුළේ තමයි මෙන්න මේව තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඔන්න ඕම තමයි තියෙන්නේ මේක.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes.
Sir,
Yeah, Samira.
were you some send some PDF or something?
No, පුතා. Why?
No, no. Because I think you send some PDF or something about your typing things. It is not.
Previously neda puta. Okay, I can send you the PDF and all. What I'm hoping to do is I have created a handout, right? I'm using a handout like this. Now I have prepared this one to how to teach you. I didn't want to show you this, but I'm using this one and I will teach you according to this. By just looking at this one, it will not make sense to you. Okay, end of my class, I will share day by day. I will put a PDF or I'll give that kind of a document to the Takshila madam, so you can take it from her. But it is better that we practice in this way. If you take our program itself, source code itself, with the comments, project file also there, so you can understand it from line 1 to, if you go down, what is happening, this code is also there, explanations also there. That is what I was okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Do spelling mistakes cause errors? Very good question. Yes, that will cause errors. We will do that one and see, right? One by one we will go. Okay, right? So first thing I told you is it is case sensitive. So when you say name like this and name like this are two different things for the computer, and it is resulting in error. And by the time, if you're not naming the variables properly, it is not turning to blue either. NetBeans, no, I'm sorry, not NetBeans. VS Code is nicely turning that into blue because once it's properly detects a variable name, it turns into blue, right? Okay. That is about case sensitiveness, right? So next one is can't start with a number, right? Okay. So I'll put another comment here. Can't start with a number. Okay, can't start with a number. So let's practice that. Okay. So I just commented that. If you want, I can do like this. I can give the comments like this also. Okay. This is better. So right, right. So I'm going to create, let's say, number 1, right? So we're going to type number 1. I want to store a number, right? Number 1 is assigned the value 45. Number 2 is assigned the value 22, right? So 25 came, right? So so we have 2 variables. One is number 1, the other one is number 2. What you see in the screen, both of these variables names are valid variable names. That means they are correct. That is correct. Okay. Valid. Sorry. That is also valid. This is also valid. Right. Now let's try. I want to create the number 3, third number. So I've typed 3 number. So you can see by the time I start to type, it results in a red color mark. So that is invalid. So, or it's a error. Okay. Right. So we will run this program and see what's going to happen, because our purpose is to learn how to define variables or create variables. Sorry. So let's run that. Let's try to run. I will save this one. If a white dot comes here, which means file is not saved. See, I'm going to go to file menu and save, or Control S. Now see that white color dot is gone. Now you go to the terminal. You can get the previous commands by pressing the up and down arrows. Python space demo4 was. So you can see again, we get an error. It says syntax error. Okay. Syntax means the rule of the programming language. And when you break the rule, it results in an error. Okay, another student is asking, sir, ellam simple letter layer ikanum. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔක්කොම අකුරු simple ම වෙන්න ඕනද කියලා question එකක් අහලා තිනවා. මම ගොඩක්ම කෝඩ් කරන්නේ PHP කෝඩ් කරනවා, Java කෝඩ් කරනවා. දැන් මම අවුරුදු 20 ගාණක් කෝඩින් කරනවා. එතකොට මම පුරුදු වෙලා ඉන්න ගොඩක් simple අකුරු වලින් type කරනවා. Python වලත් ගොඩක් කරලා අපි simple වලින් තමයි type කරන්නේ, right? So usually I type in simple letters. It's not a must. If there is a place where you want to use capital simple letters together, you can use them. I'm going to teach that upcoming sessions, right? I'm going to make a mama comment karnawa. Make a mama comment karnawa. How the right? Another one is there. Do not use keywords, right? Such as if, else, while, use right? Because these words have special meaning, right? Let's say you type if, assign the value 25. So that's an error. You don't code like this, right? Or you try to type while 72, while is assign the value 70. These kind of words are prohibited, right? They are used for different purposes. We will learn how to use them, but you can't use them as variable names, right? So do not use keywords such as and these kind of things. So if I try to run that one, again, you get errors, right? That those are also syntax, invalid syntax, and you can't do the work, right? So this will not work. So when I give you this file, only thing is you can make a select karla control ekai backslash ekai gahuwana uncomment right? So which means CTRL plus this key. If you press in your keyboard, you can automatically comment it and uncomment it. That is the shortcut key I'm using on the keyboard. Control plus this one. Okay, I'll keep that in the screen for you. Okay, then මම උගන්වපු ටික ඔක්කොම මෙන්න මේ කෝඩ් එක ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා. ඔයගලන්ට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ මෙම ගත්ත මේක උඩ කියලා බලව ආකේ සෙන්සිටිව් මේක ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්න ඕනේ. මේ දෙක කරා රන් කරලා බලන්න පුළුවන්. තේරෙනවද? right. මෙතන ස්පේස් තියන්න බෑ. right. okay. space network කරන්න පුතාලා, right? Don't leave space there. Okay. Right. Okay. Fine. අපි යමු ඊගා කොටසට. Right. So that is case sensitiveness. Then keywords use කරන්න බෑ. Doubts තියෙනවා නම් අහගන්න. Sir, whether capitalization cause error? No, capitalization doesn't cause error, which means එකෙන් අහන්නේ capital simple තමයි. අපි එකක් හරියට දාලා බලමු. First name, අපි දාමු last name, අපි දාමු මොනවා හරියට පිට පාක නිකන් දාමු නම කොහොම මේම කරන්න පුළුවන් පුතාලා, capital simple mix කරන්න පුළුවන්. So මම මේ කරලා තියෙන්නේ what I have used is variable names, names අපි join කරලා තිනවා, right? So we are joining more than one variable names together. So each word, when it is joining together, we make it first letter capital, right? First letter capital. So this is called camel case. Camel case. There's another way you can use variables. Three cases, right? So first one, camel case. This is called camel case. Then you have the other one is called snake case. Right? Snake case means everything simple letter, but you write like this. Let's say full name. Full name. You use underscores in between that, and the variable names will not have capital letters. That is called snake case. We can store the value whatever you want, right? So let's full name of them, right? Whatever we want, right? So Saman Kumar. So we'll type that name. Okay. Well, that is snake case, and you have one more. I'm doing a little bit slowly because the lessons you should understand and you can remember, and you can feel that I'm not using anything very hard words. You know, this is our 4th class. Hope you are understanding well. Okay, right, let's do the next one, which is this is called Pascal case. Pascal case. Pascal is a programming language. In Pascal programming language, people were using, I'm not a big fan of this one. Let's say name of school, right? So name of school, let's say we'll type, right, something like whatever, a college, right? So if I type one college name, then it'll be a problem, right? Let's say ABC International. So name of school, you can type like that. Rest period equals 30 minutes. So starting with the capital letter, when you have other words getting joined, first name is, sorry, those words, first letters also capital, right? So camel case means everything simple letters, starting with simple letters, upcoming words, first letter capitals. Snake case, all the variable names are simple, but in between words we use underscores. Okay. Pascal case, we use every variable name will start with the capital letter, and upcoming words will start with capital letters as well, right? So that is about the what do you call, how do you say, that is about cases, right? So I will comment them as well. So if you are uncommenting them, select them and just press Control and this key, so it will automatically do it for you. If you try to do it like this, it will cause an error because you can't leave spaces like this. White spaces you can't leave. I will tell you why. That is a syntax, right? So right, okay, I'll keep it commented for you. Right, now everything is commented. Now we can practice further. Okay. Thank you for clearing that. Oh, okay, you're welcome. Next one is, what we're going to do is, the next one we're going to do is because students, it's you from the beginning itself. I want you people to learn good practices in programming, because this will give you a very good start, because I'm covering all the necessary things in the course. Nearly we will do really 16 to 18 hours, means that will be perfectly enough for us to do work. Naming conventions and so on, all will be necessary for us to do big programs. When we are doing it, makes the code easy to read and understand, and when you're making large code, it becomes easy for you to maintain the code. Okay, let me continue. So we've got one more thing, a few more things to do in variables, right? Let's try. Let's see how we can assign a value to the variable. It is very simple, right? So it's like this: assign a value to a variable. So in order to assign a value to a variable, what you do is you simply give the variable name. Now I'm not going to use anything meaningful. I'm just going to use a variable name called X, and I can store a value, whatever I like. Let's store 7 there. The variable name is X, and the value is 7. So this is the leftmost corner. There is no space here. There's no space here. So do not leave space. It's not allowed. Okay, it's an error. Okay, right. So X is assigned the value 7. You can say Y is assigned the value, let's say 2.5. Actually, this is an integer. This is a float. Okay. And you can store, we already took name there. Let's say title. We'll say The Wild. I don't know whether you have watched that movie. It's a beautiful story of a dog, The Wild, right? It's animated movie. Okay, you can watch that if you like. Title. So I just typed The Wild. By the way, I forgot to tell you, if you want to create text values, string values, you can use single quotes like this, or you can use, let's say, movie name, let's say, okay, right. So we type like this. You can use, I'm sorry, I should use double quotes here, right? So you can use single quotes or even double quotes. Both of them are valid, right? The final one, I'm going to show you one more. These are the very commonly used ones. I'm going to use another variable. I'll delete this one because I just wanted to tell you that. Most of the time I'll be using single quotations. Let's use, there are occasions where you want to store a Boolean value. Boolean value means some logical value, like true, false values like this. Let's say is cool. Let's say is cool. You say true. So you say true like this. So you make sure that you type true in capital letters. T should be capital. If you type true in simple letters, it refers to another simple value, something value. Okay, so that will become a problem for you. So true, false, you should type first letter capital. So that's how you do that. Okay, I'm going to print them and show you now. So if you want to print, like I say, let's type print. You can type X, right? You can type print Y. Likewise, you can keep on typing. So I will just type. Okay, let me do that everything. Okay, print. What was the next one? Title. Let me say print and is cool. Okay. Okay. So we have created 4 variables. Different types of values are there. This is a whole number, which is an integer. This is a number with the decimal place, which is a float type. And here we have a text value, and here we have a Boolean type of a value. I'll show you there are the commands coming, so I will explain you. Slowly we will go. Right now, let's run the program. So we will run the program like this. So like this. Now you can see the values are getting printed, right? These values are getting printed. So each print command is used to display the value, the variable which is holding, right? Like we had sugar, rice, and name. Here also we have something like a title. So title is holding the value, the wild. So that is why in the output, the wild is coming. Right. Okay. Now next one we will do. Right. So we will practice the same kind of a thing. So that's what I'm going to show you. So let me comment the whole thing. right? So I'm going to show you how to do this multiple assignments. So by the time you would have noticed this, right? Multiple assignments, right? So this assignment is not your assignment, okay? Final assignment, right? I'm going to create these 4 variables again. Watch this. I'm going to create, you can put, simply you can put like this. What are the variables? We could x, y, right? X, comma, space, y, comma, title, comma, what is the next one? Is school, right? Then you put the equal sign. Simply you put an equal sign. Then use open, close parenthesis, just like in lists. Later I'll teach you what is a list, what is a set, what is a dictionary, and what is all those kind of things, right? Tuples. For the time being, we are creating 4 variables and we are giving values at the same time. Understood? Computer needs to remember values to do work. We are teaching, I'm teaching you Python. In Python, how to create variables we are learning, and we are learning how to give names for the variables. We already learned how to give values. That is what we are continuing now. Earlier exercise I showed you, in 4 lines, I created 4 variables. Then I printed them using 4 separate commands. Now I'm going to show you in 2 lines how to do the same thing, right? I'm going to give the value x, let's give 7, comma, y, let's say 2.5, comma, third value I'm going to give the wild, comma, let's type something like this, the wild, after that is cool, right? Yeah, we'll say true. And now this has no problem. Now if you try to print the variables, it'll simply print x, you can say, comma, y, comma, title, comma, is cool, right? This is also possible. That means by the time you want to print multiple values, that is also allowed in PHP. I'm keep on saying PHP, Python. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, because I'm teaching Python, C#, okay, PHP, JavaScript, C, then CSS, HTML, JavaScript, all these kind of things. When I'm continuously swapping, it becomes difficult for you, right? Okay. Programming ඉගෙන ගන්න language ඉගෙන ගන්න guidance books තියෙනවද කියලා ළමයෙක් පොතේ අහලා තිනවා. එතකොට එක එක programming languages ඉගෙන ගන්න books තියෙනවා. books වලින් ඉගෙන ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඔයාලා basics දැන් මම මේකේ Python නම් ආය ඔයාලා මුලින් ඉඳලා කරන්න අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Python ඔයාලා දැන් intermediate level ඕනනම් books refer කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් හොඳ video tutorials තියෙනවා. මම ඔයාලට recommend කරන්නම් ඒවා බලන්න. ඒවායින් ඔයාලට පුළුවන් startup මෙව කරගන්න. Okay, now we will continue the lesson, right? Right, now we'll do like this. Let's print that and see how it's coming. So the output, how it comes, see. So first of all, let's save this. Let's run that. And you can see here it comes side by side, right? Because we have one print command. So it goes, what is that? 7, 2.5, the wild, true. Okay, nice. We can put false also here. You can put, if it is not true, you can put false. That's also possible. Like that. Okay. Right. So that is multiple assignments is what we learned. Okay. Without what do you call, without how do you say, without commenting that, let's do a basic math. Basic math means like a multiplication, addition, or subtraction. Let's do and see. Let's say you want to create a new variable called z, and you want to store the value x plus y, right? So this is a very basic math. Okay, it's a very basic level math that we have done, right? So let's say print z. The answer will be, I think, 9.5. Okay, right? Let's print that and see. You can see answer is printed as 9.5. Okay, because x is having the value 7, y is having the value 2.5, and z is now having the value 9.5. Okay, right. So that is also possible, right? You can check the types also if you want. Let's see that I got that. I'll show you a small example now. Watch. We did the basic map, ne? Right? Okay. These are built-in functions. Python language has a lot of powerful functions like this. We can make use of them. So if you want to see what is the data type that X is holding, what is the data type Y is holding, which means என்ன வகையான data இருக்குது. ඒ කියන්නේ මොන වර්ගයේ දත්තයක්ද ඒක ස්ටෝර් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. නැත්නම් තියාගෙන ඉන්නේ කියන එක okay. ඒ කෙනෙක් අහනවා output එකේ මෙන්න මේ commas පේන්නේ නැල්ලු. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ this commas are used, it's a must for the computer. We say first value is X, comma, second value is Y. That means we are not printing the comma in the screen. We are saying first value is this, comma நாங்க போடுறது வந்து செப்பரேட் பண்ணுது. comma එක අපි දාන්නේ ඒ variable එකින් එක වෙන් කරන්න. මම ඉස්සරහට strings කරද්දි කරන්නම් ඒවා ඔයාලට print කරන්නත් ඕන නම් මම කරන විදිහ කියලා දෙනවා. අத print பண்ண வேணும்னா எப்படி செய்யணும் அடுத்தடுத்தது நான் சொல்லி தரேன். right? slow இத படிச்சிட்டு போங்க இப்ப. Okay, so that is what we're going to do next is print. We're going to type inside those opening closing parentheses. We're going to type, again we say type within opening closing parenthesis. I will type the variable name. Okay, you can see the name here, color changed now. Okay, so if I run this one, it will say let's see, it should be float, right? Say it says class float, so that the data type of this Z variable is float. Let's try another one, right? Okay, let's say print type X. Let's say what is the value of X.
Okay, spelling variable.
With the thank you. So let's print the next one. Let's print this and see. Integer that is becoming as int, int. So that is how it is working. The next one we will do is casting. Okay, that also I'll show you how to do the casting also. Casting means changing one data type to another type, right? So let's do the casting. Right, so we want to convert something. Now, you know, Z is in float now. If you want to convert Z into string, what you do is you say, okay, let's assign Z is assign the value strz. Q is assign the value strz. Now Z is a float value. It has 9.5. Now it is going to convert to string data types. How coding Python in phone. So please show how to show Python. Okay, let us search. Okay. Okay, there are seems the best app for Python on Android apps. Seems you have Python mobile, something is there. Right, so Python mobile SIG. Please read this one and see whether you can download and install this one. I wanna say you can go for an online option. You can go for an online option here. Online Python compile interpreter is there. This option is there. You can go here and you can do this, right? Okay. X assign the value 25. You can say print X. Now what we are learning is this one we learned now, right? So you can say save. Okay, not save. Okay, we can run and output will come. See, it is coming. Very simple. if you don't have the type there. It's not recommended for me, but I will just show you. Yeah, that's possible. So the output will come. So you can type commands also. So the output will come, right? Right. So we can we use Python ID app in phone? I don't know. I'm not doing a dictionary like a session, Butala. So you can do. You can watch a video, or you can search in the internet how to run Python in mobile phone and try to do it, because programming languages are created to do it in normally in a computer, so that you can utilize your programmer's productivity and all. So that is why I'm trying to teach you, right? So anyways, it was nice knowing programmis.com. There's a variable, right? So let's, because you are asking this one, let me put that in the chat window for everybody, right? So that's the website. So if you like, you can use it. This is the website. Okay. Okay. Right. So we got another about 5 minutes left. Let's do. I don't want to put termux. Termux. I don't know what is termux. Right. Let's see the next one. The lesson casting. Let's understand the casting more, right? Let's say X is integer, right? Y is a float. Say, let's say Y we convert to, I'll show you, okay? Let Q be there. Y is converted to int. So we say int. No, Y is already in float. Doesn't matter. We convert, because Y is having the value 7.5, right? 7.5. Now we convert that into integer. Integer means decimal places you can't hold. So it will simply become 7, right? Okay, now let's print Y. Okay, last one, when I'm printing, see, it will not print 7.5, it will print 7. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't have 7.5, I have 2.5, so it became 2. The point value is lost. If you turn that back into float, let's say Y is float, again Y, you try to convert that back to float, that will not give you that point value again. That means 0.5 which you lost, you can't do that. Okay, one student seems to have good knowledge in Python and this scripting. He has given some comments here in the comment. He have said that download Termux and type pkg install Python, and you can run on the mobile. You try that one, okay? So if you are getting a virus or if your phone crashes, I'm not responsible, okay? Right, so this online version is much safe, right? Okay. Right, well, so that's about the casting. Okay, that's how you do the casting. And let's do like this now. Let's type Y comma Y, which means this one will print what is the type of Y, and it will print the value in Y now. Okay, right, let's run that and see. There we go. So it has converted to float, and the value is but 2.5. Early it was 2.5, but now it has become 2.0. The point value is changed. So when you turn a value to integer, and when you again change that to float, it doesn't give you that lost value again. So that you have to keep it in mind. Right? The lost value 0.5 cannot be recovered. Okay, so it cannot be recovered, right? So that is about the variables. I hope you understood the lesson very well. So we did an important lesson today, which is, and I forgot to tell you, variables. If you learn about variables, variables are a very fundamental part of any programming language. Fundamental means I can ප්‍රාථමික කියලා අපි කියනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් ගොඩාක් අර මූලික දේවල් කියලා කියන ඉතාමත් වැදගත් කොටස් වෙනවා ඒවා. ඒවා නැතුවම බෑ කරන්න. அதாவது வேரியபிள்ஸ்ன்ற வந்து எந்த ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராமிங் லாங்குவேஜ்லயும் அடிப்படையான ஒரு விஷயம். சரி, அது இல்லாம செய்யறது மிச்சம் கஷ்டம். அது நான் கண்டும் இல்லை எதுவும் ப்ரோக்ராமிங் லாங்குவேஜஸ்ல வேரியபிள்ஸ் இல்லாம யூஸ் பண்றது. ஸோ இட்ஸ் a very basic type of thing. Without variables you won't be able to do programs, right? So that's what we learned. So if you again take this program from the top, I like to give you this file today to you, right? Let me add that to the chat window quickly, and you will be remembering all the things that we discussed. No point of giving this one to you. The same thing, you have it now. Okay. As a good exercise, what you can do is, like I am maintaining a handout, you can also nicely maintain a handout by looking at this one. If you create, it will again be registered in your mind. You do it and create the note. Don't, I was doing this one like that. Okay, right? So that will be enough for us, right? So let me give you the file very quickly to you. Okay, that Python file I'm going to give you, which is inside my, I think, Python test or test Python. Where is it? Work for, I'm sorry, inside the F-drive work folder, Python test. Okay, we got it. And demo4 was, this is the file. Here we go. Please download that file and practice well in your computer programs. Okay, out of 10, how much did you understand? Can you put? Web design, sorry, not web designing, video editing class I will start in another 5 minutes time, so you can do your evening prayers and you can come. I'm going to finish my prayers and come, download the file, then you can leave the meeting. I'm going to leave the meeting, I'm not going to stop the meeting. You can download and leave. Okay, one person says out of 10, 5% understand. Well explained, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, good night. All right, we'll see you in the next class. Sir, please show first program page. First program page means this one or this one. This is our first program last week. Those are very basic. This is the one. Now file එක දීලා තියෙනවා ගන්න. සමහර ළමයට චුට්ටක් තේරලා තියෙනවා මදි. කමන්නේ මෙහෙමනේ යන්නේ practice කරන්න. You practice it. Then you slowly will understand. Doubts තියෙනකොට අහන්න. I will explain you. Okay? දැන් pray කරලා එන්න. අපි class එක පටන් ගමු. 7:35 36 වෙනකොට මම පටන් ගන්නවා class එක. හරි? Making leave වෙනවා මම. Okay? Have a
Sir,
nice day.
excuse me.
Yes. කියන්න.
Excuse me. Oh,
Yeah.
sir, I am working for the Visual Studio. It is okay, no?
Yes, use Visual Studio. I can
Okay, sir,
VS
thank
Code
you.
එක කරන්න without using Visual Code. VS Code, you're using Visual Studio.
Yeah, I am
Oh.
using Visual Studio.
Okay.
Visual
no problem.
Studio, I'm using.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.